Hello again. Welcome to Chapter 2 of Magic Treehouse tonight on the Titanic. But first, you never know what you're going to get on these videos. So, I thought it would be fun to share a picture of Mr. Myers when he was little. He is that cute little M&M. Just thought you'd like to see because it's just funny. And that was when he was trick-or-treating. I'd say he was probably about 4 or 5 years old, and his brother Justin is a pirate. So there's your random picture of the day. Today, though, I do have another wonderful chapter of Tonight on the Titanic, Chapter 2. And yes, I am wearing a Christmas sweater. Thank you. Chapter 2, The Unsinkable Ship. Arf! Arf! Jack opened his eyes. He shivered. Wherever they were now, it was cold, very cold. Teddy barked again. Shh, said Jack. Annie shined the flashlight on her clothes. Wow, we're dressed like old-fashioned kids, she said. See what they look like on the front cover? They look like they are from a long time ago, not something that kids would wear today. Instead of pajamas and a poncho, she wore a sailor dress and a long wool cloak. Jack had on an overcoat and knee-length pants with long socks. His backpack had turned to leather. He also had on a shirt and a tie. Where are we? He wondered aloud. Jack and Annie looked out the window. The moonless sky glittered with stars. There was a soft wind and the sound of water lapping. The treehouse seemed to be resting on a wooden deck between two giant columns. Jack looked up and saw smoke coming out of the columns. We must have landed on the ship between the smokestacks, he said. Then Jack looked straight ahead and saw a box high in the air near the front of the ship. That must be the lookout's nest, he said. Jack sat back in the treehouse and opened their book. Annie handed him the flashlight. Let's find out where we are, he said. He turned to a picture of a huge ocean liner. By the light of the flashlight, he read, Late at night on April 14th, 1912, so over 100 years ago, an English ocean liner was making her first voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. So this huge ship was going across the ocean. It was going to New York City, carrying 2,200 passengers. The ship was 4 city blocks long. Most people believed the ship was unsinkable. That means that nothing could bring it down. It was an amazing ship that would get exactly where it needed to be with over 2,000 people. And it was huge. Oh man, we're in 1912, said Jack. He pulled out his notebook and wrote, April 14th, 1912. This ship is huge, said Annie. How about we ever find the gift to help free Teddy? You can't go looking for a gift, said Jack. You have to wait until someone gives it to you. Right, said Annie with a sigh. Well, I guess we just have to be ourselves, like Morgan said, and maybe we'll get lucky. This is hard, said Jack. The little dog whined. Don't worry, Teddy, said Annie. We'll free you from your spell. You know what we should tell them? Don't give up, Jack and Annie. You're not giving up. Just then, a shout came from the lookout's nest. Iceberg ahead! Jack and Annie turned back to the window, just in time to see a huge iceberg looming out of the sea. The iceberg was dark with a fringe of white at the top, and it was right in front of the ship. Jack felt a jolt. Then he heard a grinding sound. The ship was scraping against a mountain of ice. I'm going to show you the picture so you can kind of get an idea of what that meant. So in the middle of the sea, sometimes there's these huge hidden ice blocks. They're huge. They're probably bigger than the ship. And if you hit it, it's not good. Let's see what happens. Arf, arf, Teddy barked. Shh, don't be scared, said Annie. She picked the dog up and hugged him. The scraping sound stopped. The ship slid past the iceberg until they lost sight of it. The night was calm again. See, Annie said to Teddy, it was just a little bump. This ship is unsinkable. But Jack was worried. Wait, I need to read more about this, he said. Don't read now, said Annie. It's time to get the gift. Come on, Teddy. She picked up the little dog and the flashlight, and she climbed out the treehouse window. "Hey, don't take the flashlight," said Jack. But Annie was gone. "Annie!" called Jack. He heard a soft yikes. Annie stuck her head back in the treehouse. "Bad news," she said in a whisper. "I think you'd better see this." Jack threw his stuff into his knapsack. He put it on and climbed out the window. Annie was standing by the ship's railing, holding Teddy. Without a word, she shined the flashlight on a life preserver hanging from the railing. In big black letters were the words, RMS Titanic. And they must know about the history of the Titanic and know what happened. And if you don't, stay tuned. Even if you do, stay tuned, because I love to share these books with you. Come back and join me next time for chapter 3 of Tonight on the Titanic. Maybe next time I will have a fun video for you. Or another fun picture. I always have fun videos for you, but maybe another fun picture you'll have to see. Talk to you soon. Chapter 3 is called SOS. Bye.